What is up, everybody? How's it going tonight? This is a spur of the moment live stream.
Yep.
And we're going to be doing a review of a new vinyl that we picked up today. You see in the description, it is the Misfits Walk Among Us album. I bought this for him and myself. We share. I own side A.
Yeah, I legally own side B.
He owns side B. So I'm going to have him do a review on his perspective of this album, so you guys can get a kid's point of view on how it goes. And we're probably going to see about doing this maybe once a month, maybe twice a month, where we're just going to pick a vinyl out of my collection or his collection or my wife's collection and do a review on the album. Have the kids listen to it, get their thoughts on the artwork, on the lyrics,
all that good stuff.
All the good stuff that goes with a review.
Yep.
And like I said, I am a huge fan of the Misfits. As you can tell, we love the Misfits. So this is going to be fun.
It's going to be real fun.
It's going to be fun hearing a child's perspective on this album. So we're going to see how it goes. So we're going to see if we can't draw a few people in before we start this review. I know there's a lot of live shows going right now, and I'm sorry for treading on anybody's toes, but this is kind of a spur of the moment thing. And possibly tomorrow we will be doing another live show, but it's going to be a soda review. We got some crazy sodas we picked up at a local soda shop, and we will be sharing that with you and see how that goes with the kiddos.
See how they go with the kiddo.
Would that go with the kiddos? So how was your day today, Bo?
It was very good.
Good. Or Cash, should I say. Most of you guys don't know, but his name is Cash in real life, named after the great Johnny.
Cash.
Yep. There's only one John. Well, I'll take that back. There is two Johnnies we like. Johnny Cash. And who else?
Johnny Ramone.
Johnny Ramone. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are Ramones fans also. That's like the three biggest bands that I like really love, and I hold probably up in my top three is the Ramones, the Misfits, and the Clash. Those are my jam. So I am we're gonna let you babble on for a minute. See if we can't draw a person to. What do we do today? Tell them what we did today while I try and do this.
We went to the toy store. We got some good stuff. It's we got a lot of Ninja Turtles. Kind of grew our turtle collection a little bit.
We got quite a few turtles. Are they handy?
Yes, they are right here. Get in the bag.
We will show those off.
We've got
right now.
Got your Bebop. Go with our Rocksteady. So yeah, we got Bebop. It's awesome. He's been on our list since the 80s. So we got a replacement Splinter.
Nobody loves us. Nobody loves us. They don't want to join us. What the crap, Bobby?
We got Foot Soldier.
Peggy. We got a foot soldier, Bobby.
Yeah. I don't know how to go off of that.
You can't.
And we got one other. Let me get it. Oh no. So yeah, we went to the second to last video I posted with the intergalactic plastic. We went back today and picked up some turtle figures and stuff, and good old fashioned twaddle.
I finally got the few figures I needed to complete my first 10 from the 1998 10-back wave.
Muckman. Probably one of my favorite looking turtles, like, ever. Looks so cool. A lot like the Toxic Avenger. I got Joe Eyeball. He's the best, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
We gotta resume the Toxic Avenger or Toxic Crusaders cartoon movie.
Yes, I started watching the Toxic Crusaders. I've been on a Toxic Crusader kick for some time now. And I've been after a Toxic Crusader Toxie figure. I came this close at the Toy Con from the last video I posted.
Mm-hmm.
Came close.
No matter how far.
But when I went to the table to get it, it was gone. Poof. And the guy don't know. He's like, I hope I sold it. He couldn't remember if he sold it or not. So he's like, I hope I sold it. And they didn't walk away.
Yeah.
But
that would stink.
he wasn't complete or anything like that. But I'm not technically a completist.
Yeah, no.
There's at least a couple figures that I could think of that I want them to be complete. One is Casey Jones.
Mostly just the 4 turtles.
From the Turtles. Mumra.
Mm-hmm.
From Thundercats.
And most of the Masters.
You got to have his headgear, you know.
For sure, like a He-Man has to be complete.
Crap.
What?
Right there. Comic book. We got to show. I picked up a comic book today too, folks. Folks.
Oh, can't show it.
Can't show it yet.
Almost did.
Maybe if I get a crowd, I'll show it.
Show it.
But so it's Saturday night. And I'm feeling right, and it's ladies' night. I know it's not Friday, but it's ladies' night. So, what else did you get today? Anything?
Let me think.
I ordered 2 more vinyls today. So that'll be at least 2 more reviews.
Got some good stuff coming.
I got...
Oh, that's what I said.
See, this throws me off because it's like you got this over here, but the writing's this way.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Gotta see Doyle.
Got Jerry Only, Doyle, and Glenn Danzig right there.
Yep.
And we still ain't got nobody. Holy cow, we've been on for 7 minutes and 48 seconds and still ain't got a single soul. What the crap, Bobby? What the crap?
This stinks.
That's okay. We can wait a few minutes. We'll wait a few minutes and then we're going to get this review on the road. So,
yep.
I'm trying to figure out how to do some stuff on this thing while you do
this thing off. I don't think we've ever shown this in a video.
I don't think we have either. Go ahead and show this.
This is our Crimson Ghost reaction figure. The Fiend. It's awesome. Yeah, these figures are awesome. I don't know if someone has done it, but someone has mixed some like epic fight scene of like the Kenner Ninja Turtles and just have like all these figures around. Like have a Crimson Ghost, have some Back to the Future, have some Ghostbusters, Transformers, like all that reaction stuff.
I know they got so many good reaction. It's like
with your Star Wars figures, I think it was awesome. Set that ball right there.
It's a giant hole to get into.
Yep, just like Funko Pops.
So, all right. Well, nobody's joining us tonight, so we're gonna get on with the show. So, let's start with the overall. Actually, you know what? We didn't show this comic book. Hold on.
Let's show the comic book.
Commie. Show this Russian. Who's boss?
Comic book.
All right. I picked up this book. It says from 1972. Supernatural thrillers featuring not only the Universal Monster, ladies and gentlemen, the Invisible Man.
We got you baited. You thought it was gonna be Creature. Got you baited.
Yep, you thought it was gonna be Creature, and it wasn't. Look at that. That is such a cool cover. I like the Invisible Man. This is issue number 220 center.
I see. I think he's my favorite Universal Monster.
Yeah, that's his favorite. I ain't hating on it. I like the Invisible Man also.
Yeah. It's weird. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, no, no.
Dang it, camera went out again.
What the crap?
Why does this keep happening? Dang, this is a lonely live stream. Ever made a live stream that's like lonely?
It's this one.
Yeah. You probably no one's gonna hear this because we're lonely.
What the heck? Look at that. I hit the wire and the thing went kaput.
You up? No. I just noticed his gun, Muckman's gun, is made out of soup cans and peas. And his scope's a soda bottle. You see that?
What the heck?
That's awesome. His handle's like a toilet paper roll. That's awesome.
That's interesting.
Might need a new camera. Hopefully not. Thank you.
All right, folks, we are back. I don't know why that did that. Touch the wire and the thing goes. Boom,
Look at
shuts down. On us.
Muckman's gun is made of like soda. It's got like soup cans, turtle soup.
Oh wow!
Like that's like the
Never noticed
attention
that.
to detail.
Peas, worms,
Soda,
ketchup,
turtle soup.
soda.
That's awesome.
I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not.
But there's a can of turtle soup, which is a nice callback to Shredder.
turtle soup.
Man, that's like another reason why Muckman's like one of my favorite looking turtles. It's just all that like attention to detail.
Anyways,
That
you guys get the point. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this review on. Sorry for the mishap. All right, so what's your first impression of this album?
Good.
Well, the first thing you see is
The album
cover.
It's different. It's weird. You got like some weird like rat thingy here, and you got like UFOs.
science fiction. You're obviously seeing you got UFOs and some winged, long-legged monster.
Rat
So
thingy.
you're obviously science fiction. So that kind of tells you that Misfits are into horror / science fiction.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first
I
impression.
think people actually consider them horror punk. Like that's their genre.
They created the genre horror punk,
Mhm.
basically. You got all the guys up front. I can't see. Can you see me? You got all the fellas over here. Beautiful. I don't know if you can see, but this is like a pinkish purple color. All right, in the back, your impressions of the back. I didn't really care for the fact that it's this way. It turns around this way, but then you got to turn it this way to read the song tracks.
Yeah, like drift that thing.
That's stupid.
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 Got Doyle's face.
These are some of the songs.
Fun fact: when Doyle left Misfits, he's in his own band now, and the name of the band is Doyle.
Doyle. And he plays guitar in a band named Doyle.
Mhm.
So, all right. What next? We listened to it.
Yeah.
And what'd you think of the entire album as a whole?
I thought it was really, really good. I don't think there was a bad song like in it. There was some that were kind of like weren't as good as some others, but overall there wasn't like this song stinks, I have to skip it song.
Yeah, no. I like the whole album.
Yeah, me too.
There's not a bad Misfits album out there that I could think of. To me, like I told him earlier, to me, the Misfits were the Beatles of punk rock. The Glenn Danzig Misfits. I like the Michael Graves era. They had 2 albums. I like those albums, but they were not Glenn Danzig Misfits, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Every album was solid. Songs were great, just like the Beatles, man. The Beatles, every album, it's hard to find a bad song on any of the Beatles albums.
I kind of put like the Ramones and stuff in that kind of category, as well as like Metallica, because all of their albums are good until you go after the Black Album. That's kind of like their solo stuff.
Black Album was the last that came out. I want to say I was in middle school or just started middle school or somewhere right around the middle school era when the Black Album came out. And it blew up the whole radio waves, the TV, MTV was always playing Enter Sandman, this, that, and the other. But yeah, it's kind of the same thing, you know.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, as far as the band, Danzig left the band, and I want to say in like 80, don't quote me, like 83, 84. Somewhere right around there, 85, between 83 and 85. I can't remember. And they went on a hiatus until the late 90s when they got Michael Graves as their replacement singer. But this was their first official full-length album. This album came out in 1982, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. 1982.
1982. The Misfits formed in 1977. So it was 5 years after they formed before they had their first full-length album. And within those 5 years, they had recorded many of EPs, you know, like singles and stuff like that, to where it was a couple songs here, a couple songs there. But it wasn't until 1982 before they had an actual full album.
And I think if the Misfits were a little bit earlier, I think they would have been a lot bigger. Like, not to say the Misfits aren't big, because they are big, but I feel like they would be bigger if they first album came out in 76.
Well, that's the thing.
77.
They started in 77. I want to say early 77, like in January or February, and by June they came out with their first EP, you know, or first single, or first, you know, couple songs. So technically they were quick. Mm-hmm. So they were a band for literally like what, 5 months, 6 months, 5 months or so, and some change maybe. And they had already cut EP, you know.
That's really impressive.
That was quick. And they kept doing that up until this point. And they had albums that we'll probably review in the future once I get them. Album called Static Age. There was a situation with their record company, publishers, whatever the heck was going on. So that whole entire album was canned, basically. It was set back. Never released until decades later. So that was called Static Age. So as far as this goes, tell me about what you think of the songs.
I really like all the songs.
You got favorite ones. Tell me.
Favorites?
Elaborate. You know, tell these people.
Okay, my favorite.
What's up, Robert?
one.
Thank you for joining us. You are the first individual in 18 minutes and 56 seconds. We're just doing a quick pop-up review. We got the Misfits album, Walk Among Us, today. We listened to it about 45 minutes ago, and we're doing a quick review on it.
Yep.
And this is going to be probably a regular thing. Maybe once, maybe twice a month, we're going to review some vinyl with the youngins and get their input on this wonderful music that's just sitting out there, and the youth are just too busy listening to Cardi B and Rascal Flatts and all this other bull crap, when there's just absolute gold waiting out there for the youth to find and discover. And it's my job as a dad to help these youngins discover great music. So we're just doing a quick review. So anyways, where were we? Do you have a favorite song?
Favorite song? I don't know. I really like Skulls. Skulls is probably one of my favorites. Let me get a look at them. Let me get a look at that list.
One of my favorites on the album, I like Skulls.
Mm-hmm.
I like Hate Breeders.
Hate Breeders is good.
And I like All Hell Breaks Loose. I mean, Devil's Whorehouse.
I think
Brain Eaters is awesome.
I put Brain Eaters on the lower side.
Brain Eaters, man, brains for breakfast, brains for lunch, brains for breakfast, or brains for brunch. Is that how it goes? I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
Forgive me.
That's pretty much it. And I also put 20 Eyes on the lower spectrum.
20 Eyes is a great opening song.
It is, but
it kind of 20 Eyes gets your attention right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep.
And,
anything else you like to add? I mean, we got Robert G. Man in the house.
Yeah.
Tell him your heart and soul of what you felt about this album. And I just recently, last weekend, I picked up the Misfits Collection Volume 1, and I gave it to the young man and said, put this in your record collection.
I was like,
live it,
really?
Love it,
for me,
learn it, enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know? So that might be one we might do next. I got 2 more records coming, like I said earlier. I got Black Flag's Damage, and I got the Ramones' Rocket to Russia. And hell, we can even review the debut Ramones album. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, I got like a lot of vinyl that we could last us a.
See, Robert G likes All Hell Breaks Loose. That's a great song.
Yeah, I like that one.
So, I don't know. What do you think?
I like it.
Talk about the band. Good. Talk about them.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So he can't talk. He can't.
I'm stumped.
He's worse than I am when it comes to talking.
Yeah, but
he just can't talk. You put him on display. Black Flag and Ramones, yes sir. Robert G. Those are my heartthrobs.
I got one of my first vinyls was actually the Ramones debut.
Yep. Got him.
So good.
I took him to the record store. Was it 2 years ago?
Yep.
2 years ago, I took him to the record store on his birthday. Let him pick out a vinyl record. What did he pick out?
Ramones.
He picked out the Ramones self-titled album, debut album, The Ramones. And what happened later that day? I
listened to the album. I was like, this is the best. And then they took me into this room and they're like, gotta show you something. And Marky, none other than Marky Ramone, said happy birthday to me. It was awesome. Yep. It was like the coolest thing ever.
Marky Ramone gave this little man a shout out birthday wish. Yeah. And
Ramones are like my all-time favorite punk band.
And you can see that video in my videos if you're interested.
See that video in the video.
The Plasmatics, yes. Plasmatics are awesome, Robert. Very cool. Love the Plasmatics. But I'm hoping once this quarantine stuff gets done that we can start doing concerts again because...
Yeah, I love going to concerts.
You know,
when we went to go see Madball and then Agnostic Front and like all that. That was like some of the best like things I've ever been to. Like it was just like the energy of everything was like so cool.
Yep.
Yeah, especially that one time I got like body slammed by some grown man from the pit. It was different.
That was another video I posted about the next generation of the hardcore generation.
It actually didn't hurt that bad though. It was kind of like a little bump into.
Took them to a Madball show. If you guys ain't familiar with Madball, check them out. New York hardcore is like the best hardcore. There ain't no other hardcore unless it's New York hardcore.
Yeah.
Took them to the Madball show. We're sitting over on the side.
I was like this on
chilling by the merchandise table. Next thing you know, we get slammed by somebody moshing.
Thrown.
He gets thrown into the table. And it's like, oh, you all right? You all right, little guy? Yeah. The next thing you know, one of the opening bands, Vietnam, they had a guest. His name is Scammed Us. And
he's like a hardcore rapper.
He's like a hardcore rapper.
It's weird.
He's friggin' awesome. He's cool. And he hangs out with Agnostic Front, Madball, Vietnam, all these New York hardcore guys because he lives in New York. But anyways, he pulled him to the stage. And I thought he was just taking him to that because he's seen what happened when he got hit. I thought he was just taking him to the side of the stage so he can enjoy the show and not have to worry about getting hurt. No. He came over and grabbed him and took him on the stage, gave him the mic, and said, "Hey, little man."
And the entire time I was sitting here like,
say something in the mic.
And it was the most awkward thing because I was like, what do I do? There's all these people watching. And there actually wasn't. There was like maybe like less than 20 people.
Stage fright kicked in, and I wish I would have had video of it, but I do have a picture of it, of him on stage, like practically frozen before he finally got the mic and went, ooh. Like that. And then the crowd went wild.
It was so weird.
That was awesome. So
it was the best.
It was the best. It was a great experience. And the hardcore, one thing about the hardcore guys, they treat the youth like VIP. You know, they take care of the kids. You know, Roger Merritt and Vinny Stigma and all the guys from Agnostic Front, Freddie Madball, Scammed Us. I mean, all of them.
Scammed Us.
Hands down, just took care of the young man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, made sure he had a great experience, had a good time, and just gave him just wonderful memories that I know he won't forget, you know, because they were so cool.
They were.
So, and I'm hoping, I know Danzig isn't with the band all the time, but within the past, since 2016, he has done a few shows with Jerry Only and Doyle to get that original lineup up going. And I'm hoping they come south towards Florida, because if so, then I'll take the day off and I'll take the young man to see the original Misfits. If not, I'll wait for Jerry Only, Des Cadena from Black Flag, and I can't remember who's drumming for him now. I can't remember. Excuse me for not remembering. But anyways, this is the next life goal right here, is for me to take him to see the Misfits. I've never seen the Misfits, Glenn Danzig or Michael Graves or Jerry Only. I haven't seen them at all. So the next life goal is to hurry up and get done with this damn coronavirus so we can start seeing some shows again.
Misfits.
I want to see the Misfits before they fizzle off into the sunset, if you know what I mean. So, do you have any other closing remarks on this album before we call it an evening?
I don't know. That's good.
It's good. I mean, that's all. It's good. No, it's great.
Oh, look at the sleeves. Yeah, some of the art on like the pictures, they're kind of hard to see, but
Let me show them.
Like you see all like the pictures and stuff. Like it's real something else.
All really early cool. Black and white photos.
Yeah.
What's on the other side?
Hard to read lyrics. Like it almost looks like they're printed on an inkjet printer that's running out of ink.
Well, they do. The reason why they do that, because back in the early 80s in the punk scene, especially with the Misfits, everything was a do-it-yourself era. It was do-it-yourself era, DIY era. So all the punk bands, hardcore bands, they made their own flyers.
Dude, that's what our like band name should be. DIY.
DIY, like DRI.
Yeah.
Little thrash metal band, which we do a review on that. But yeah, so like because they did a lot of do-it-yourself stuff. A lot of times when they got their records, a lot of the bands would fold the paper, the sleeve, tape them or whatever, put them in the they would do all the work themselves. They would get the records and then they would do everything. They would fold, press, bend, tape, whatever they needed to do to get their
and that's kind of
item or merchandise out there.
That's kind of what the punk style is. It's just do it yourself.
Exactly. And it's a do-it-yourself attitude because mainstream ain't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you got to do?
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. That's
Yeah,
right. Tell these guys all the time. See, he saw Misfits in Philly. The Pog Zombie, PGH Zombie. Man, it's been a while since I've seen you, man. That is definitely a show I wish I could have made, but from Florida to Philly, it's just too far and too much money. So I'm hoping, I'm praying. I heard that when they made the initial agreement, Glenn Danzig agreed for like 10 shows. And I want to say they've done maybe 5, 6, somewhere right around there shows. So I'm hoping one of the next few left out of the 10, if that was what was agreed on, comes to the Florida range. Either it's Atlanta, Florida, somewhere in that range. I will drive. Yeah. I will drive.
We just recently went to Ocala, and that was like shooting yourself in the foot. Like it was very long and painful. Ocala is only an hour and a half from us, 2 hours, and they couldn't handle it. It was unfun and entertaining.
So yeah, that's my goal in life, is to unlock the achievement to see the Misfits, man. And dude, I'm awesome to see that you got to see them, man.
Yeah.
Yes, awesome. They do owe the South a show. And it's been, even with Jerry Only's Misfits, man, they haven't been, I can't even recall the last time they were in Florida. Maybe Michael Graves, era. I don't know. They might have came afterwards, but they haven't necessarily toured that much, at least in the South, with the Jerry Only, Des Cadena lineup. They do owe us that, and especially Danzig. He needs to bring his ass down here because I want to see.
Want to see him.
Want to see the line. I seen Glenn Danzig back in the day when I was younger in Tampa, and that was an awesome show. That was probably the most diverse show that I've ever seen. Opening band was a band that nobody heard of at the time called Disturbed. That was interesting. The second band was Hatebreed. No. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was No. Dude, I can't remember. Second band was Hatebreed. The third band was 6 Feet Under, Chris Barnes, from former Cannibal Corpse. And then Danzig closed out the show. Is that not a completely diverse show ever? You got radio rock, hardcore, death metal, and Danzig. Danzig.
That's his own genre. It's just his name.
That was probably one of the most diverse, and I want to say that was like in 99, somewhere right around there. I think Hatebreed was still on touring with their first album. Like I said, Disturbed was a nobody. I didn't know who the hell they were when they brought the singer out on a damn stretcher looking like Hannibal Lecter with the face mask. And
that sounds weird.
Yeah. I'm like, who's this man? I'm like, okay. Not my thing, but okay. Then a few years later, then they're playing on the radio nonstop. But yeah, I was just telling him tonight that I actually had pictures from that show where I didn't get no pictures of Danzig because I didn't know who they were, so I didn't get any pictures. But I got a crap ton of pictures of Hatebreed and a crap ton of pictures of 6 Feet Under because I spent my whole high school career jamming out on 6 Feet Under and Cannibal Corpse and Deicide and all them old death metal bands and Morbid Angel. And so by the time Danzig came around, I had like a couple pictures left. So I got like one good picture of Danzig, and that was it from the show. I'm like, damn, man, if I could have just went back and saved a few extra pictures, that would have been good. Because that was the first and only time I got to see Danzig play live. And it was in like a little venue, you know, it was like small, held probably like, I don't know, 500 people maybe. I don't know, something like that.
That's small. When we went to go see Madball, there was less than 20.
No, it was more than 20.
There's at least maybe 35.
But you gotta tell them the fact that when Madball played,
it was a last minute thing.
It was a last minute show schedule because the show in Ocala fell through, so they did a last minute show at the Tampa skate park. And so they came to the Tampa skate park and played, which was great.
It was awesome. We're like,
the Guar.
Go there.
I've always wanted to see Guar, but after Brock died, to me it's not the same without Brock, the lead singer. I know they got a new singer and stuff like that. I haven't even really heard what they're like or anything like that since he's passed on. But to me, it's like Leonard Skinner. It's like once half the band goes, I mean, I know Brock's not the half the band, but he's the voice of Guar, you know? So it's like, how are you going to carry on with the, I mean, I know I'm walking all over my own words here because the Misfits did the same thing with Michael Graves. After Glenn left, years later, they got Michael Graves. I liked Michael Graves. I thought he was awesome. So they had some amazing, one of my all-time favorite Misfits songs, Saturday Night, Michael Graves. Beautiful song. But I don't know, for somebody like Guar, I mean, I don't know. To me, Brock was kind of irreplaceable. Just like Ronnie Van Zant or whatever from Skinner, you know, it's like you can't have Skinner without some bands you just can't replace the lead singer. Yep, see, seen Danzig 4 times. He always brings different upcoming bands. Yep, yeah, absolutely. Awesome. So I saw Disturbed as an upcoming band, which, you know, some people might be down with that. It's cool. It was all right. I didn't go buy their album, you know, but it was good. Good show.
Mm-hmm. I really want to go to Spooky Empire coming up because what's his face is going there. I forget what his name is.
Oh, God, you forgot his name. Yeah, so Spooky Empire is a local.
It's Corey Taylor from Slipknot or Cannibal Corpse, whatever.
No, Slipknot, bro, not George Corpse Grinder Fisher.
But yeah. Corey Taylor.
Corey Taylor from Slipknot's coming to Spooky Empire, and I think it's going to be in May. They usually have 2 shows, one in May and one on Halloween weekend. And Corey Taylor is going to be at the one coming up in a few months. And he's really got his feet wet in early Slipknot. I played him the first Slipknot album one day on a car ride from somewhere and played a few videos here at the house. And he liked them. He liked them to the point where we went to Target and he's like, oh, look, there's a Slipknot shirt. I want that. So he got himself a Slipknot shirt.
That was my birthday gift.
That was his birthday gift. On his birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was. So I'm probably going to see about taking him to Spooky to see Corey Taylor.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Pick his brain. I like to meet him myself. I've been out of Slipknot for many, many years. Just for the fact that when they kind of transitioned from like the first to second album, then from the second to third album, I kind of like drifted off a little bit because I wasn't interested in what they were going for at the time, wasn't my thing. But now that I'm older, I'm going back listening to the old stuff because now I got him to, hey, you need to check this out. This was like when this came out, when the first, I call it the first album when it technically wasn't the first album. It was the first album, I think, with Corey Taylor because they had a previous singer with Slipknot. But when that first one with Corey Taylor came out, it was like my jaw dropped. I was telling everybody, all my friends and stuff, hey, you got to check out this band Slipknot. This band is amazing. You know, I picked up the record like right after it literally dropped, because I had heard about the band before the album dropped and picked it up, and I spread the gospel of Slipknot at the time. And after the second album, the Iowa album, I just kind of like lost interest. And now I'm starting to get back into the early stuff and play it for him. And I'm trying to find I'm always finding old stuff that I loved when I was a youngster, high school, middle school, and stuff like that, and expose him to it. And that's what he's been doing here lately. You know,
and the music man.
He's been the music guy. He picked up the Nirvana Unplugged vinyl.
That was like amazing. Like, because I always like see videos as like the Unplugged thing, and one night I was like, you know, I should try. Maybe I should watch this. And I watched. I was like, dude, this band's crazy. Because I never like listened to Nirvana. Like, I don't know.
And I remember listening to Nirvana back when I was like literally 5th grade. You know, 5th grade when the grunge stuff came out. You know, I remember having a friend record like Pearl Jam first album on a cassette tape because his older brother had it. He's like, "Oh, your brother's got that?" I gave him a blank tape. He took it home that day after school, brought it back the next day after school with Pearl Jam, and I jammed the hell out of Pearl Jam, and you know, then the Alice in Chains and you know, the Nirvana and stuff like that. And then by the time I got to 6th, 7th grade, I got whenever the In Utero album came out, you know, I was playing that cassette tape, you know, and like even Green Day, you know, Green Day and Dookie and all that type stuff, man. It was
he said Dookie.
Dookie. I'm introducing that stuff to him because it's like, man, if that stuff had an impact on me like it did back when it was new, he's never heard it. So it's like, I'm assuming that it would have the same impact on him as long as he would just take the time and listen to it because, man,
yeah,
back in like 94, 93, 94, 95 era, you know, you couldn't turn on the radio without listening to, you know, Green Day or Korn was amazing. Their first two albums,
Korn, like
their first album blew my mind too, you know. So it's like,
yeah, I
lost interest after the second album of theirs too.
Yeah, we have a couple. Dad got one of these big like bins for like the garage full like old punk, hardcore, metal CDs. He brought it to my room. He's like, "You need to go through these and listen to them."
Yeah, I went and dug out a big, huge Rubbermaid bin slap full of CDs that I've collected over the years. And I got some books and stuff. And I just dug them out. I took them to his room. I bought him a CD player, a little boombox thing. And I said, "Here, listen to this. May it serve you well, brother."
Yeah. I still have to listen to some stuff.
You know, like I got like some Iggy Pop in there. I'm like, you got to listen to Iggy Pop.
Yeah,
I'm like, you got to listen to this. You got to listen to that.
There's a couple Korn.
I love old Iggy Pop stuff.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
And there was a couple Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, and you guys, latecomers here, I picked up a book today. I showed this earlier.
But no one was.
Little off subject. Sorry, a little bit off subject, but yeah. I know G-Man would appreciate that for sure. Old Universal Monster guy like myself.
But we might just have to do a video where we just show records and stuff, because Dad never like go into thrift stores and stuff, and he thought he hated it. It was kind of like a why kind of thing. But we went to Salvation Army once, and they had an original Misfits Legacy of Brutality album. He got that thing. He's like,
greatest day. That was like, probably
I see why you guys do this.
This was probably still the greatest find that I've ever found at a thrift store. And it was the first pressing of the Misfits Legacy of Brutality vinyl record at friggin' Salvation Army.
And Army,
we got there later in the day, so it's like stuff like that don't hang around, man. It's stuff like that don't even get to the store, let alone get to the store and then it's there on the shelf, you know. So
And
it's like that was one of the greatest highlights of my thrifting that I've ever had to this day.
And it was full of with like a bin of like kind of like opera, like
Engelbert Humperdinck and Andy Williams and
country, old country.
not even
music and
old
stuff.
country like Burl, not even Burl Lives, man. I would probably look at Burl Lives before some of the other stuff, the polka music and
Yeah,
you know,
a lot of polka.
the typical old people vinyl that you would see at a Goodwill or
I know Misfits though.
Salvation Army or a thrift store, period. But there was a Legacy of Brutality Misfits album in great shape. First pressing, which I think they only made 50, from what I read, they made approximately about 50,000
The only other
first pressings of that record.
thrift store's fine, I think might just maybe come close to that was this microphone, our Blue Yeti.
This was the next best microphone.
That was like $7.
Thrift store, $6 for this Yeti mic.
And it had
Found out at a thrift store. All it needed was a cable.
Yep.
Cable I already had at the house.
And it worked fine. We've been using it ever since. So
I paid, how much was it? I paid like $2 for it.
yeah,
$1.99. It was like $1.99 for that album. I mean, records at thrift stores ain't much, you know. So I want to say I maybe paid $1.99 or
I think we got one Kiss vinyl.
$2.19 or something like that. It wasn't no more than $2.19.
But ever since we still haven't found like a good vinyl at that Salvation Army.
No, haven't found a good vinyl since. But you know what? It was well worth it.
The last thing
I did find a good CD.
Yeah.
That as soon as I seen it, I'm like, oh crap. Got it. And it was none only than the DRI Thrasher album.
And we listened to that on the way home, and I was like, I gotta get this on vinyl. I need this.
Man, he's wanting it on vinyl now.
That's probably hard to get because.
Yeah. Well, no, not well. It's hard to say. You know, some vinyls are hit or miss. Some they go ahead and repress them and get newer albums out. Like tonight when we went and picked this up, I seen. I can't remember what album it is, but it was like I almost bought it, but I'm like, nah, I think I can get a newer one for about the same price. It was a Run DMC album.
Mm-hmm.
Almost got it, but I'm like, nah, wait.
Yeah.
I'll wait. If I don't go back and it's not there and I can't get the other one, then oh well, you know.
Who will?
I like me some Run DMC also.
Yeah. We like an older.
I'm a guru of all kinds of music, you know. I like everything from the singing brakeman Jimmy Rogers to Cannibal Corpse, man. I like it all, you know.
And everything in between, the Beatles, all that stuff.
Beatles, Elvis, you know, one of my favorites is Elvis and Johnny Cash. Those are like
my middle name is Cash.
His middle name's Cash. So if that don't say nothing, if that ain't country, then I'll kiss your ass. Language. But yeah. We've gone on for 48 minutes and so some change, and just wanted to try to do a little quick review of this album. And like I said earlier, I'm gonna try and pick out some vinyls that I already have and what he already has in his collection, because he collects vinyl also.
Yeah, I have a good couple inches of vinyl.
A couple inches. I gave him some of mine because it's like, you know what? He needs them more than I do. And if I need to listen to it, I can just go listen to it. But he's got his own record player in his room. He's got his own record crate, you know, with that alphabetical
label things.
Yeah, all the labels and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I want this like this. This is his, basically. I know we said we're half owners. I own side A, he owns side B. But realistically, this is his. I went ahead and just bought it for him today. He's gonna have it in his collection. I bought him this morning when everybody was sleeping. I went ahead and bought Black Flag Damaged album on vinyl.
And when he told me that,
and he's been wanting that one. and I bought them the Ramones Rocket to Russia album.
Yeah, that's some more poppy kind of one.
So
Out of the
that was their
Ramones.
third album.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like all the Ramones stuff.
once those come in, we're going to be doing reviews on those albums. I want him to do the actual review instead of me doing all the talking.
Yeah.
But this little guy doesn't
I'm
like
scared.
to talk, man. He's like,
Remember I did when we went to go see Madball? I sat on the stage like this.
so I'm trying to get him out of his shell, so he can do some talking. Because my voice is like tore up from doing all the talking all the time. So, yeah, I mean, I got records, some obscure that y'all guys might not have heard of that we will review and give those bands shout outs.
Mm-hmm.
I've got old albums. I got like the Carter Family. I got Tex Ritter. I got Jimmy. I don't have no Jimmy Rogers, unfortunately. But I got like old Waylon, Johnny, and Willie Nelson, and my wife's got Cyndi Lauper and
The Police
and stuff that I don't listen to. But he might need to hear a Hall & Oates album.
Maybe.
On his time. But we're going to try and do like maybe a vinyl record review, maybe one every 2 weeks, once a month, maybe. We'll see how it goes. I don't get to do these live streams often, but I want to get back into doing something a little different. Mm-hmm. Except for comics and toys all the time. So we'll just throw in some comics in the middle of the review.
And here's your toy of the day.
Here's our toy of the day. We picked up Muckman from the old Ninja Turtle line.
And a couple other Ninja Turtles.
We got some, I finally completed my 10-back Ninja Turtle, 1988 Ninja Turtle line.
Feels like collecting all the Infinity Stones, like,
yeah,
it's awesome. Especially when we laid out all all 4 turtles, and it was like,
got Panther.
Wow, we actually have it all. Oh, let me show him something amazing.
Oh, he's got something to show real quick. I meant to post this on Instagram because he did this. I'm like, that's awesome, dude. He put Sergeant Slaughter in the Cobra clutch. He's shaking like a damn.
Sorry.
Let a steady hand do this.
Sorry.
Got the old Sarge in a Cobra clutch.
Yeah, Michelangelo is smiling.
I picked up Sergeant this past weekend.
Smile.
Last weekend.
Face everybody while he does it. Like that. There we go. Like that. Smiles. Looks at everybody while he puts Sergeant Slaughter in the chokehold.
See, the younger generation seems to be steering back towards physical media on some things, records, graphic novels, and stuff like that.
Yeah, cassette tapes are coming back.
That's something, too, is like he collects Goosebump books also for his collecting thing. Last weekend or whatever, I found a friggin' Invisible Man kids book. I picked that up for him.
That was awesome.
So we're always on the look for certain books, too, But yeah, definitely one of his main collecting things is Goosebump books.
Yeah, I have a good collection.
And vinyl records.
And
of course,
comics.
And
no, I might say video games is probably my biggest. Collection.
Video games, yes.
Because I got 360 Genesis.
The gamer.
Yeah, I'm trying to build my Street Fighter game collection.
Yeah.
I'm looking at getting a PlayStation 1, possibly. Get that Final Fantasy 7 and your Street Fighter 3 and Crash Bandicoot, all that good stuff.
Yeah. We didn't get to do a review on the last video I posted of some of the joy that we got at the Super Retro Con. But he got to meet.
Can I show what I got autographed, or do you want to?
Yeah, go.
Wait.
I mean, I posted a picture, but you can show it.
Okay, so
So you guys know he's a huge Mortal Kombat fan.
Yeah, it's like my all-time
and he
favorite
met probably
franchise.
the biggest guru
And
of Mortal Kombat's existence.
It's weird because there's like so much story because there's like over 11 games, but like I know every character. I know like all the different like storyline, most of the storylines and all that good stuff.
I'm trying to get Two Brothers Comics on here to talk
like,
with him about Mortal Kombat because
I know everything.
Well, don't be too cocky. He knows a lot about Mortal Kombat.
do.
I'll just say
I know a lot of characters and know all the realms and a lot of the backstory and all the different.
So what's his name? Do you know that?
Okay, so
what's his real name?
Don't remember.
See, too cocky.
But
his name is Daniel Pesina.
Yep.
And he was the guy responsible for playing Johnny Cage, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Smoke,
Noob Saibot,
and Reptile.
Mm-hmm. And so, Johnny Cage's Mortal Kombat 2 fatality is he signs an autograph and gives it to you, and it says, "To my best fan," and he signs his name Cage. Well, I got mine, and it says, "To my best fan, Bo Cage," and he signed his name Daniel Messina. And I was like, yeah. And we took this awesome picture.
Which is on my last video.
But this is like, I was like shaking.
Yeah, because even before the con, he's like, "Hey, you think we could print this picture out so I can have him sign it?" And he actually had this picture.
I was like, I want that one.
So, like you said, this is part of this. This actual picture is used in one of his finishing moves, right?
Yeah, his friendship when he signs a little picture and
he'll do the finishing move. He'll sign "To my best fan, Cage," and this is the picture.
It'll be real big on the screen.
So he was ecstatic to meet that guy.
Yeah, but he played all the ninjas and Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat 1 and 2.
Yep. And I picked up a few toys. I got me a turtle toy. I got me a Thundercats. I got me a carded Swamp Thing from 1990.
And we got a Rambo.
We got a loose this. I got a Rambo figure from 85 or 86. My wife got a vintage childhood strawberry shortcake metal lunchbox that she had when she was a kid.
Ava got a Rainbow Bright comic book and
Rainbow Bright #1. What else did we get? That stuff
tickles her fancy.
Oh, we got the Sorceress, the bird from Motu. I mean, we made out like Hogan's goat.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
No one knows what that means. That's a little inside joke.
That's an old family thing. We made out like Hogan's goat. Yeah. So, with that being said, we've been on for an hour. Thank you, everybody who joined us. Robert, Zombie.
That's it.
Smiley, Tori. Say hi to the captain for me. Thank you again, guys. And I'll be more next time when we do our next one. I'll try to actually have a schedule to try to draw more people. I know it's bad to do this stuff on Saturday night because everybody and their brother and their mother's doing live streams tonight. So I didn't want to step on too many toes, but at the same time, I just wanted to do it because I've been procrastinating long enough, and I just wanted to get it out of the way, you know, so we can move on to the next thing. So thank you again, and until next time, Auf Wiedersehen. Toodles.
Toodles.
Bye.
Misfits.